Welcome back everyone, I'm Craven and this is AI the Somnium Files. Well, we've been chilling in this warehouse and I think we're ready to grab a snack at the diner. So let's do that right now. And to be honest, in this warehouse we didn't learn anything new. It was just another explanation of the entire sync system, at least for Iris, and a little few hints that Iris knows more about AI than we might think. Very interesting. But let's go to Matsushita Diner. And having said that, if Iris is really an AI robot or something, maybe that could explain why we saw her body. What if she's not human at all? Because being stabbed at all might not have killed you if you are actually a robot AI system. Yeah, I'm going way off with this theory, but why not? Why could that not possibly be a thing? Right? Oh well. Let's continue on, and if that's the case, we should be getting a lot more hints in the coming few episodes. So, let's go to the diner and see if Ota's there as well. Matsushita Diner on Monday.
I'm so hungry.
Tessa? Why are you here?
I told Date I was hungry, so
I've always wanted to eat here.
I'll have my usual, Ota.
Yes, right away.
Ota flew into the kitchen. Iris watched him go and took a seat. Alright, let's have a look around first, as always. The counter.
Salt, pepper, a blend of red cayenne and spices, and an unidentified liquid.
Mayumi's juice with mold?
Yes. It's a moldy condiment. None of us can figure out what the sauce is. Disposable chopsticks. A stool. A table. An iris. Let's see the kitchen. Not much to click on. A beer ad on the wall.
Date, you're drooling.
Yeah, look at that big pitch of beer.
Oh, I'm just really hungry.
A beer ad on the wall. It's a mop. Nothing but a window.
Oh, that's Payashi Samba's Hayashi Vangole.
Who?
A very famous celebrity. I can imagine that they're not knowing him. Come on. A lucky cat statue.
Meow.
Huh?
What are you doing?
Oh, you don't know? It's good luck to imitate a cat in front of one of these.
Really?
Meow? Guess I'll have good luck.
A lucky cat statue. A bookshelf. It's got stickers on the side of it, which we know are of Ota. An old CRT television.
Hey, Date. I've got this video of girls in bikinis washing this armored car. Wanna watch?
Ota, are you sure about that? Iris is here, you know that?
Absolutely not.
A CRT TV. Nothing's playing on it. I'm pretty sure that Date would want to look at that, but since Iris is here, he's trying to keep it cool.
Date, a Martian.
That's just a stool.
It's a round chair. Alright, that's it on this side. A swinging door. Menus written on the wall on Tansuki paper. No, I think only the clock. It's a clock.
Hey, what has two hands on its face?
A mom playing peekaboo.
Yeah, exactly.
So whipped. So very whipped. The gears have stopped turning. It's November, but that calendar says January. Looking closely at it, even the year is wrong. This is old. Yeah, because this place has been shut down so very long ago. An old calendar on the wall. Okay, so let's see how Ota's making some dinner for her. Ota is cooking in the kitchen. You're good at cooking, huh?
Yeah, my dad taught me when I was little.
You're making me something too, right?
Sure, my treat, Date.
Where's your mom?
She's in the living room. I think she's watching TV.
How about you? What are you doing here?
I was just doing some meditation, lying on the ground.
He means sleeping.
Date, why are you with Tessa?
Oh well, Iris is my girlfriend. But I actually know her real name.
We are
Not Shovel Forge.
on a date.
Oh, a date. Huh. A date?
I'm on an investigation, and she wouldn't let me go.
Yes, because it's a Date date, yes.
Date, I have some delicious fugu eggs. I promise they're not poisoned. Would you like some?
No thanks. I'm fine.
Uta's cooking in the kitchen, and he... Oh, where's Renju? I was gonna say, we're not allowed to talk to him anymore, because we're afraid he's gonna poison us. But yeah, where's Renju?
You're still looking for him? Well, like I told you before, I don't know.
Iris is sitting in front of me. Okay, you've been here before.
Yeah, I have.
Have you met Ota's mother, Mayumi?
Yeah, but I don't think she likes me.
That's not true. Mom is just jealous of how pretty you are, Tessa.
Not very reassuring. Whether out of jealousy or otherwise, she still doesn't like Iris.
So, what's your usual?
Omelet rice. Ota's omelet rice is so good it gives me stomach cramps.
Is that a compliment?
You're embarrassing me.
Well, Ota appears to have taken it as a compliment.
So, about Iris's resurrection.
Iris, about your coming back to life.
Hold it! What do you mean coming back to life?
I decided to tell Ota about Iris's resurrection.
Date jumped into a parallel world where I'm still alive.
Tessa died?
Yep.
And she's very cavalier about it. About the parallel world.
Hey, can you tell me about this parallel world idea in more detail?
No, please don't.
Oh, sure. How should I explain this? Well, Oh, I know. Let's play rock, paper, scissors.
Rock, paper, scissors.
Yeah, if we tie, nothing happens. We just shake hands. If I win, you have to give me something.
What if I win?
I'll do anything.
Anything?
Mm-hmm. Anything.
Date, your heart rate is rapidly increasing. Why exactly is that?
All right, let's do this.
Okay, let's go. 1, 2, 3, shoot.
Ooh, what should I throw out? And this is how she explains parallel worlds with each choice, rock, paper, scissors, and not doing anything. All options are being represented in an own parallel world, an own branching path. You know, like how this game actually plays out in different directions? You could see that as its own parallel world. See? Much shorter, much better explained. When I see Iris, I think of scissors.
Shoot! Yay, I won!
Oh, no. You see, this looks like scissors, but it's actually paper.
doesn't make any sense.
No, why did I throw out scissors? Why?
You're really not taking this well.
So, I get my prize!
I don't have any money.
I don't want money. Instead,
Yeah?
can you pet my head and say Iris is a cutie? The cutest person in the whole wide world? A cutie angel?
Fine. Iris is a cutie.
No, put your heart into it!
Iris is a cutie, the cutest person in the whole wide world. A cutie angel.
I repeated the whole thing while petting Iris on the head. That desperate stare in Oda's eyes are amazing. He does not like it.
We just played rock, paper, scissors, right? I won and you pet me. But in a different timeline, maybe we tied. Or maybe I obeyed your orders and did something really scandalous.
Rewind time, do it now!
I do not have that functionality.
So those timelines are what I'd call a parallel world.
So you think I jumped from a world in which you were dead to this one where you're alive?
Yes, like Steins Gate. Just another timeline.
That's what I think.
Huh. Parallel. I can't believe it, but...
Sure you can. Parallel worlds exist. Do you know about the Mandela effect? Or the Booba Kiki effect?
Oh, yes I do. Yes I do. That's mainly because I live on the internet and I know what those two are.
Or the 100 million balls. If I explained that, would you believe me?
Sounds really interesting, Tessa. I know some urban legends like that. The spatial temporal man, and the lost friend, and the story of two sisters.
I've heard people talking about it. Yep, me too. Iris is still sitting in front of me. So, the Mandela effect?
Do you know Nelson Mandela?
Yes.
Well, yeah. The former president of South Africa. He helped abolish apartheid.
He died in 2013, but a strange thing happened. When the news broke, people all over the world thought, didn't Mandela die in prison in 1980? That's the Mandela effect. It's when your memory and history have discrepancies.
Yes, and therefore people think that it's in a parallel world that it actually happened, and those are memories people still retain, while others don't.
There are lots of examples, like the name of this kid's book with the bears having different spellings, or people remembering that Kennedy was assassinated in a 4-seat car, but in our world, he was in a 6-seat car.
Huh. I thought it was a 4-seater too.
Or that electric mouse from that video game. You probably remember the tip of its tail being black.
It wasn't?
Nope, it's all yellow. And the design didn't change.
Oh.
Lines from movies, company logos, historical events, and little things. The Mandela effect is everywhere. Why do you think that is?
Because those memories are from parallel worlds?
Or people just being stubborn and remembering a mistake and clinging on to it for dear life.
That would explain it, I guess.
Okay, so what is the Buakiki effect?
Date, look at this picture.
Iris pulled up a picture on her phone.
There's a famous experiment regarding this picture. You show this image to people around the world and ask a question. Which one is Booba and which one is Kiki? Believe it or not, 98% of people asked have the same answer. The rounder one is Booba, and the jagged one is Kiki.
Yes?
Isn't that weird?
Yes and no, because Booba is more like fluid, sound more free, and therefore connects you visually better with the upper image, while Kiki is like a really hard, sharp way of saying a word, and therefore going with the lower one. It's something to do with your mind trying to convey a word into an image.
In other words, everyone thinks that Booba is a certain way, and Kiki is the other. It applies universally across languages and cultures. It's like something ingrained inside all humans.
But I do like these kinds of thought experiments, because there's always a reason behind it, and that almost never is like paranormal. It just really is that way. So, Booba Kiki?
Like worshipping the sun and the sea, or thinking that the mother is soft and the father is jagged. Regardless of your culture or background, you probably think this way. It's what Jung called the collective unconscious. There exists a second psychic system of a collective, universal, and impersonal nature, which is identical in all individuals. That's what Jung said about it. Think of it like bamboo. Bamboo stalks look like individual plants since they're separated, but underground, they're all connected. Human psyches might be like that too, connected at a subconscious level. That's...
The parallel world?
Yeah! You saved me in the dream, right? And dreams are all about our subconscious minds. So if you follow the roots...
You get to another bamboo stalk.
Yeah, something like that.
Pretty well explained. So, 100 million balls.
This world is full of really interesting stuff. But you know the most interesting thing of all?
No, what?
That humans exist at all.
The universe developed in a very particular way to get here. If things were even slightly different, well, the galaxies and solar system and all of that might not have existed at all.
And that means humans would never be born. And even if everything happened exactly like that, the probability of human life developing is extremely low. And yet, here we are.
Yes, we are an eventuality.
Imagine a box full of ping pong balls, labeled 1 to 100 million. Would you be able to pick out the 1?
Not likely.
But what if there were 100 million of you?
Well, then one of us would definitely pick up the 1.
Exactly! The birth of humanity is so improbable that it's basically a miracle. But if there were multiple universes...
Then it wouldn't be strange that at least one of them had humans in it.
She is describing the anthropic principle. I may have underestimated her intelligence.
I never did. Because if you wear cat ears like that, you should be intelligent. A lot. Because they work like antenna. So you pick up a lot of stuff. Alright. So let's see if Ota has something new to say. Yes. The 3 stories he knows about. Okay. So, the lost friend.
There's this kid, A. He's in elementary school. Well, A had this close friend named Suzuki. One day, after school, they're walking home together. A turns around to tell Suzuki a joke. And Suzuki is laughing his butt off. And he's laughing and laughing, and he laughs so hard that his eyes fall out of their sockets.
What?
Well, they were hanging down out of his eye sockets. The nerves were still connected, but... A is of course in shock and doesn't know what to do. Suzuki just takes his eyeballs and jams them back into his eye sockets and keeps walking like nothing happened. So A asks him about it. Like, hey, are you okay? Your eyes fell out. A is really concerned for his friend, you know? But Suzuki just says, yeah, I'm fine. He doesn't say anything about it. And by now, A is really curious. But he's not getting any answers. So they just part ways and go home. The story only gets weirder from here. The next day, A goes to school, and Suzuki's not there. A is confused and asks his teacher about it. Hey, where's Suzuki today? And the teacher says, Suzuki? Who's that? There's no Suzuki in this class. A says, what are you talking about? And he goes and asks all of his classmates about Suzuki. They all say the same thing. I don't know him. There's no Suzuki in this class.
So that kid must have jumped into a parallel world without Suzuki.
That's what I think.
Yeah, a very interesting story to be sure. Okay, I need more. The lost friend.
Couldn't Suzuki just be an imaginary friend or something?
No, A was really serious about remembering Suzuki.
It is weird. And there's no way you can pop your eyeballs back in like that.
Well, not necessarily. There's such a thing as a dislocated eye. It actually isn't too hard to put your eye back in if it falls out.
Ota is correct. Dislocated eyes are easy to replace in their sockets. As long as none of the nerves or blood vessels were damaged, there are usually no lasting negative effects either.
But that doesn't prove this Suzuki exists.
Well, I guess not, but...
Well, to be honest, it does show that what he says happens can actually happen. Yes. And I think this episode is going pretty long, but I want to continue on. I want to learn everything. Let us call this Conspiracy Theories at the Matsushita Diner. Yep, would be a nice one. The two sisters.
So, there's this girl. Let's call her B. She's practicing piano in her room. And her little sister is watching TV in the same room. B asks her to turn the TV volume down so she can hear her piano playing, you know? So B goes back to practicing, playing a little bit. But her sister doesn't turn the volume down. She's not listening at all. So B turns around to scold her. She was really gonna let her sister have it, but she's gone. She's nowhere to be seen. She thinks, I wonder where she went. But then B hears her sister at the door. I'm home. B runs to the front door and sees her sister and her parents standing there. So B asks, when did you go outside? But her mom says, what are you talking about? She went shopping with me. B is really confused by all of this, of course. She asks her little sister about it. And she learns that her favorite TV show was on. And before she went shopping with her mom, she was deciding whether or not she wanted to stay and watch it or not.
So depending on her decision, a parallel world was made.
Yeah. What B saw might have been from the world where her sister stayed behind.
A worse world. Anything else?
I know a ton of stories like this. Like being suddenly transported 1 year into the future, and there's a missing persons report out for you. You look down at your phone, but you realize that it's not yours. It's not the one you remember having. You look through the contacts, and it's filled with names you don't recognize.
Sounds scary.
Yeah, because in a year's time, I don't get to meet so many new people, so an entire contact list with new names? That would be really weird.
There's more, too. Like this town where everyone is Japanese, but they're speaking a completely different language. And all the signs and magazines and stuff have different letters. And it's not like Korea or China. It's the Japan we know, but the language is different.
That's a prime example of a parallel world.
The spatial temporal man.
Yeah, it's sort of like a common experience. A lot of people have experienced waking up in an uninhabited world they've never seen before. And most of them describe seeing the same person. The spatial temporal man. He's supposed to be an ordinary old man wearing work clothes. The spatial temporal man guides people back to the real world. He tells them, this world is not for you, or something.
I'd like to meet him someday.
Me too. Just to see how it works, what it is, how it looks like, just out of sheer curiosity. Really. Alright, what about the others?
So, this elementary school kid, let's call him C. He goes to school and there's a bunch of things on the floor. Postcards, towels, a coffee cup, rice bowls, a sink, lots of stuff. But C realized that those were all things from his own house.
How did they get to the classroom?
No one knows. It's not like anyone did it on purpose or there was a thief or anything.
Maybe something happened that made two parallel worlds fuse.
Yeah, maybe.
Yep, it just collapsed all at once on each other. All worlds becoming one. Okay, let's summarize for me.
When did you two get so knowledgeable?
Oh, I don't know.
Tessa is always writing about this stuff on the internet. That's why I decided to research it too. That's how I learned all this stuff. Oh, hey, I know about conspiracies and secret societies too. I find that stuff fascinating.
I used to find that fascinating as well. I still look in it every once in a while, because some of them are really well done. Most of them are just shit that you can poke holes in quite easily, but some of them are so well built up that it's a pleasure to read through them. Not believing them, just reading through it and seeing how people came up with the idea is just so incredibly fascinating.
If you want, we could talk about those.
Maybe next time. Now where's that omelet rice?
With a side of poison. Oda brought the dish over. He laid out an omelette rice in front of me and Iris. Iris grabbed her spoon with a huge smile on her face.
Bon appetit!
She picked up a spoonful. No, actually, she tried to pick up a spoonful. Okay.
Tessa, are you okay?
I'm fine. My hand slipped. Let's eat.
Okay, in my head, that theory about her right now at this time being an AI robotic system gets closer and closer, because if she was stabbed in her back, of course certain nerves will not be working really well. Basically, when you look at Hitomi in her arm, like a residual effect of it. Maybe that's the reason why she dropped her fork on the, spoon on the floor. Iris and I ate the omelette rice in near silence. There was no conversation, just the sound of the spoon hitting the plate. The diner echoed it. And before long...
Ah! Thanks for the food!
Iris was totally re-energized. Her face was back to her usual, easy smile.
That was good! Ota, your omelet rice is seriously the best!
Yeah, it was actually really good.
Aw, thanks. I owe it to my dad. He taught me well.
I paid for the food and stood to go.
Let's get going, Iris.
Thanks again!
Thank you! Come back soon!
Ota is standing next to Iris. Iris is sitting in front of me. Alright, so we have the option now to go to a different place. It is really close to the end of the episode, but I feel like just one location on an episode is not a lot, so I might take a second one with it. So which one would be better, the Ikumi Shrine or the Sunfish Pocket? I think I'm gonna go to the Ikumi Shrine just because there is just a lot less in the total environment to look over, so we'll be done with that a lot sooner. But we have no idea how long it will take depending on the text we can find there. So I'm gonna go to the Ikumi Shrine. Ikumi Shrine, Monday.
You okay?
It's okay. I just, missed a step there.
Alright, have a look around. And will her stumbling over be like a confirmation about my Iris AI theory? The offering box. A Shinto shrine. It looks rather solemn. A guardian dog. A rope hanging from the bell. A sacred straw rope. A lantern. A tree. A shoshuya. You wash your hands and face here. Unless you're trying to trick, let us say, a certain particular girl. The arch. Stone monument.
It's too far to see.
Too dark, too.
Envy. Let's see what that does.
An iris. More specifically, a winter iris. This is the same flower that was on display at Iris's house.
So could it be that the flower over there was brought from here as a memory of Hitomi's encounter she had here at the shrine with number 89? Well, let's go talk to Iris. Iris is looking off in the distance. You're looking at the winter iris, aren't you?
Yeah. How did you know? It's the same kind that's at my house. I told you about what it means, right?
Good news and hope.
Iris is also a part of the Eye, and the Greek goddess of rainbows. She delivered messages from the gods. That's why the flower means good news and hope.
Because that's what you hope to get from a god that brings you good news. About the shrine.
It's called Ikume Iribiko Isachi no Mikoto, or sometimes Ikume Tenno, or Ikume no Mikoto. There are legends about this place written in the old text. It's a shrine dedicated to the gods. The old legend goes like this. One day, Ikume Iribiko sent one of his followers, Taji Momori, on an urgent quest to find a mysterious magical fruit. A fruit called Tokijiku no Kaku. It's said that eating it will grant you immortality. After many hardships, Taji Momori was able to find the fruit, but by the time he got back, Ikume Iribiko had died. Taji Momori mourned. He handed half of the fruit to the man's wife, and he left the other half on Ikume Iribiko's grave, then died on the spot. It is said that that fruit is still inside the shrine behind us.
Really? The fruit of immortality.
Yes.
Immortality, huh?
Not interested?
No, not really. I'd rather have normality than immortality.
I think a lot of people would. I think the closer you get to death, the more immortality would seem favorable. Because you don't want to lose what you have, or what you have discovered over all the years. But death is what gives life meaning, or people say that. I don't know where I stand on that one. About Renju.
Mr. Okura isn't here. I mean, of course he isn't. It's not like we came here right away.
He's already taken off.
Too bad.
It looks like there are no further clues here. It appears we've wasted our time.
No. It's never a waste of time by going on a date with Iris. Your thoughts?
It's nostalgic. This place is a memorable one for me. 6 years ago, I used to come here with someone.
Someone?
I used to call him Uncle. He was a thoughtful, reliable man. I thought of him as a father. But one day, he just disappeared.
She's talking about...
89.
Hitomi's lover.
About this uncle.
When you asked me why I became an idol, I wasn't being entirely truthful. I told you that it was because I wanted to become famous. But more specifically, it was for Uncle. I've been looking for him for 6 years, but I didn't find him anywhere. I didn't know where else to look. So instead of me finding him, I thought that he could find me instead.
You think if you became famous, he'd contact you?
Yeah.
So that is why she became an idol.
I mean, it's also been my dream since I was little. That's a part of it, too.
So why do you use the name Asa? Shouldn't you use your real name?
Oh no, I don't have to. He was the one who came up with the name Aset. He told me that if I ever became an idol, I should use that name.
Ah, so that's how she got the name Aset.
Date, we have no time to waste. We should get moving.
Got it.
Okay, as I was hoping that this was a short one, it really is. So we're gonna leave the episode right here, and next time we're gonna go to Sunfish Pocket, and hopefully we're gonna find a clue there about where is Renju, or at least where to go to next. So we're gonna find Renju there, or afterwards when we find nothing, we're probably gonna go back to Abyss, getting some little more information about possible sightings for 89 or something like that. But that's gonna be on the next episode. I really hope to see you all there then. Until then, I wish you all a great night, morning, day, wherever you are. Till next time. Bye bye.